Hey, sorry guys. Just trying
We
to...
got too many Wi-Fi's in this house. I think that's it.
Maurice, I can see you there. First one in.
Can't hear.
What? Oh yeah, delayed. Can hear now.
Okay, I'm up here.
Let's speak.
Okay, guys, sorry about that. We just needed to change Wi-Fi connections. We've got too many signals in this house. We got like how many at the moment? 3 Wi-Fi on, and Murphy's Law, the phone that we are using, connects to the weakest Wi-Fi. But anyway, okay, so guys, there are 10 people back. So like you heard, we are talking back to school. So, good evening, Mel. Good evening, Lucelle. So, guys, I've seen a lot of parents are excited. A lot of parents are emotional because some of the kids are starting grade 8. So, I saw some people were putting grade 1 and grade 8. Like, they can't believe my child is in high school. Guys, I had one kid going to school today. Usually I have 2. I had 1. Because my one is going to university. So it's a huge change. It's a huge shock. Oh, wait, are the matric results out?
IB.
No, IB is out, but I just got a message here. We're trying to log in, no luck. Did you get your daughter's matric results?
That would be so weird.
That would be so weird. Oh, wait. Like, guys, tell me, are the results out? Because we should really, the results can't be out while I'm on the show. Because I want to see if my kid passed.
Sorry guys, I'm just sorting out my life here. I will be with you right now.
Yes, Greenham started very early, and Tony might have a little surprise for you. She's just trying to get it all hooked up. And when we do play the surprise, we want you to guess who the voice is.
I think they actually say it.
No, I don't think so. Do you think so?
Are they around?
They are around.
Okay, so guys, as you know, if you follow the page.
Hey, Candace.
You guys will know that gremlins are starting early. How's it, Joanne?
I read that already.
Oh, sorry. You will know that we were asking you guys to send us 2 voice notes.
For a jingle.
We had 2 goodies that we needed to, we just needed to spice up our jingle and obviously change it because now we're flying solo. So, we have got...
We're flying solo together.
No, we were under the...
I know. I'm saying we're flying solo together.
No, it's not the time to irritate me. Okay, so I'm gonna play out. There's 2 jingles that we have. I am going to...
Wait, I want to know about the kids. Was the jingle supposed to be like now?
Listen here, don't come get sidetracked now because you saw a news article about logging in and la la la. Let's focus here on the show.
I'm focused. We were asking about the kids going to school.
Yes, we're gonna come back to that. This is all in the formalities set up, and because with all the
formalities, you passed over to me a long time ago.
Now listen, guys.
You want it back. You want it back.
Can you keep quiet? Guys, we still have a window period open with regards to you guys sending us your voice notes and wanting to be a part of our jingle. So please, our numbers are up on the Fan Zone page.
No, your number is up.
And they've got some of you can inbox Roseanne.
No, don't.
Email her hello@thefanzone.co.za. What the hell did you eat today?
If they message me, I'll only probably read it next week.
That's really
You know that.
So anyway, without further ado, I am going to play our first voice note, our first official Let's Talk with the Fan Zone jingle. And then at the end of the show, we'll play the other one just to give you... No, Roseanne, it's my time to talk.
Wait,
give you some sort of an idea as to what your voice notes turns out to be. Basically, yes, I'm still waiting for Secure 3 to do one. I'll be waiting for her to control, come in, control, and for her to dispatch services. Is Melissa in the stream?
Who?
Melissa.
Yes. What are you talking about?
This woman does not listen to me. Guys, when you listen to these jingles, please bear in mind that it is a normal voice note. Okay, that you guys are
Wait, I'm
sending.
confused.
About what?
About who we need to be in the stream.
But Roseanne said they in the stream. Yo!
I was so maybe we're talking about different people.
Anyway, I'm playing this thing.
Okay, wait. If Tony says the person says their name. If the person doesn't say their name, then we need you to guess.
Okay. Oh, you're ready?
Wait, can I whisper to you?
No.
No, wait.
Type it there. Yes. But we're talking about someone.
I'm so confused.
Maurice dropped a message and said Secure 3 still needs to do one. So I said yes. Melissa still needs to send through her voice note saying control, come in, dispatching services, what. Then I asked you, is Melissa in the stream? And you said you are confused. Now can you focus? You and Lucelle, same WhatsApp group. Right, we're going now. She's also confused. Lucelle, are you reading these things or what? Get out. I'm playing the first jingle.
Okay, we want you to guess who it is if the person does not say their name. But I listened to it and I don't think they say their name.
You got confused too because there's two. Anyway.
So you're playing the one that I heard.
I don't know what you want. Because you told me they sound the same and they're two completely different. Right, we're going.
No, we're not
It's
going.
Francine from California, and you're listening to Let's Talk with the Fan Zone with Tony and Roz, the show where you may not have issues, but you will need tissues.
Guys, did that person say their name?
Yes, they did. Thank you, Candace. That's what I know. IEB was released. Thank you for confirming. I just had a
Okay,
mouse
anyway. Guys, did that person say their name?
Hey, Andre. Yes, she did.
Hi.
And she even said where she's from.
Yes, I heard the California things, but the speaker was so, and you also, yeah. Okay, anyway, right, let's jump right back into the topic at hand.
You're so lucky I'm not
Fran?
silent.
Fran, where are you, Fran? I saw you just now, but like, where are you? Because I'm missing people here. Okay.
Yes, it is Francine.
Hello, Andre. Welcome to the Fan Zone. What's moving and shaking? Okay, so guys, we're talking about what's in the lunchbox today. So, guys, on the first, okay, talk us through your first day when you're sending your kids to school. Okay, their first day, but it's like your first day. You're happy, excited. Some that are going from primary school into high school, some that are going into primary school for the first time. What's the setup? Do they get to pick and choose what's in their lunchbox, or do you just send them with their favorite goodies? Some get tuck money. Talk to us. We would like to know.
It shows you don't have kids.
I don't. That's
For
what I'm asking.
For number one, most schools don't allow tuck money. It's only one day, and by now they wouldn't know which day it is that they're gonna have to spend their tuck money. Number two is, what was my number two?
Anyway, I'm talking to the stream. Can you come through with your things? How was your day, Roseanne? You talk us through your day while we still wait for them to come through.
Okay, so my day, well, this is the second year that our back to school wasn't back to school because obviously with COVID, you're not allowed to go into the school. So now it's a drop
Oh, yeah.
and go. So it's not the same. You know, I was that mother that carried the stationery, took my child into the school, wanted to go into the class to see where you're sitting, to see who's your teacher, and then I'll even try and unpack your stationery until my son and my daughter got to the age where they're like, Mom, no, you can't really just leave me here. And I'm like, no, it's okay, I'm going to go with you. So I got to that point where even when my daughter was in high school, I was trying to do it, but she was like kind of forcing me out the gate. But now I feel sorry for the parents whose kids are starting school, first kid is starting school, because you don't get that experience. I was looking back to my pictures and I've got pictures of Jude and Jada sitting at their desk. Also, some schools, they put the names up on the board and you have to go and read your name. It's so like, what happens like with the little grade R's? Were you guys allowed into the school to make sure that your kids were okay, or was it just the drop and go? I know some of the schools have orientation, so they get to meet the teachers beforehand, so they're not completely overwhelmed. But yeah, how was it? I found it very strange today because it was a drop and go.
Roz has this, what can I call it? Like tradition, okay? Where the first day of school, she'll take a picture of her kids, right? And send it to maybe family and friends and whatever the case may be. It felt so weird to only see Jude in this picture. And like they stand like in the same spot. You can actually see how they've grown because there's less wall and there's more tree and vice versa and whatever the case may be. But it was just extremely weird. It was like she only had one child. Well, yeah, entering. It was just,
I actually do
for
only
me,
have one
I know,
child.
yeah, but I mean, it was just.
The other's the adult.
It felt awkward.
It did feel awkward to me. It felt awkward that Jada was still sleeping when I was up sorting Jude out for school. It felt very, very awkward, guys. My kid's going to university. Is that even fair? Is it fair? Like seriously. I even said to her, because she got up and she started helping me with lunch and stuff. So she said, okay, I'm going to go take his picture outside. And I'm like, what? I said, no, I want to take the picture and I want you to be in the picture. She said, looking like this. I was like, just be in the picture so we can do like a 2021 and 2022, you know, kind of a thing. But yeah, those parents whose kids are going to matric, how do you feel? That is your child's last few months in school, because technically they close in October. So September, October, how do you feel? And
What's in Monday? Hello.
hey Roland. And for those parents whose kids are starting school, how do you feel? And yes, someone said, Alicia said separation anxiety. Yes, I get that every year. I think I'm going to take Jada to university, and I think I'm going to have separation anxiety.
Guys, talk to us. Okay, there are a few comments that we're going to go through. I did see there were a few kids that had to go with their whole back to school Walton's box. The bag is bigger than them. The cooler box, lunch box. They go home with the whole that cooler box is like for camping. Anyway, my cousin's kids had their cooler box. They ready to go. So talk to us.
Okay, so Candace says, Tony, no tuck money after paying school fees. No ways. Okay, so I guess
School fees, other about uniforms and print now. Guys.
This is ridiculous.
What is in that pret? They eat in a pret at school, I'm telling you.
No, this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so Marie says, no kids, but I love seeing all the pics. My question to my 8-year-old niece was, if a teacher and friends were kind to her today, she was happy. So a teacher and friends were kind. Guys, I think the children just absolutely love that. They love going back to school. So Alicia Roseanne, I think you had separation anxiety. I completely understand. Today was my second day back on the job with my business 2020, just 3 months, 2021, just 4 months. Okay. So Lucille, grade 1, parents were allowed into the child's classroom in batches to take pics.
Oh.
That is awesome. I remember one of my friends telling me last year that they had to drop their grade R at the school gate. I said, and how did you feel? I think I would have thrown myself on the floor, kicking and screaming.
Crying.
This is not fair. I can't do this. She says, no. I think I was more upset that he just casually walked in and said goodbye. She said no. She was actually more gutted that she was feeling that way and he was just happy to leave. Okay, Sheridan. Honestly, I was the nervous one because she has moved to senior phase and wanted to wait around. Wow. So they chased us off the drop-off. Okay, who else? It's emotional. I walked into the class and left after I felt they were okay, or if the teacher said you may leave. Francine is back. Play it again for Francine, man.
Fran, you're late for the early show, but anyway, this is a shout out to you.
Hey, it's Francine from California, and you're listening to Let's Talk with the Fan Zone with Tony and Roz, the show where you may not have issues, but you will need tissues.
right, guys. That's
I absolutely love it.
Hey, guys. Okay, so Alicia's saying what's the WhatsApp number. I'm going to pin it now. Guys, if you want to get involved, if you want to send a voice note saying, you can spice it up. But anyway, the phrases, the fan zone with Tony and Roz needs to be in that voice note. Send it through and we can compose a jingle with it. A huge shout out to D3 Tucker, who is composing our jingles for us. He has sent another one. I'll play it at the end of the show. But the ones with the most, with many voice notes, he said he'll take about this week to do it. So, here's my number, my WhatsApp number for the jingle.
Okay, while Tony's doing that, I just want to read Vanessa's message. Our ones are so big now. I miss those first back to school days. The lunch packs and the smell of fresh stationery. The smell of fresh stationery, Vanessa, smells a lot like money. Just so you know. So next time you want to smell stationery, smell your money, because that's what it smells like. A whole lot of money. Hi, Louise. Okay, so I see Chantel's in. Good evening to you, Chantel. I saw Joanne Peters. Is Joanne Peters still there? Joanne, how are you? I know last week you were still in hospital. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Okay, so guys, yes, like I was saying, we are waiting for matric marks. So my kid, only one kid, went to school today, and it felt absolutely weird. It just felt terribly weird. I picked Jude up. He didn't go to aftercare today, and by the way, he was gutted. Absolutely gutted that I didn't allow him to go to aftercare. But I took the day off just so I can attend to his stuff. And I thought, okay, I'll pick him up early. He would like that. Well, guys, he didn't like that. He wanted to go to aftercare. He sulked when he got into the car because he couldn't go to aftercare. But when he did get into the car and I started asking him how was his day, he absolutely loved being back at school. He loves his teacher. He loves his friends. He said he had a really good day. So I was all round happy. I see we've got... how do you pronounce his name?
Where is it?
This name. Tahir. Huh?
Yeah. That didn't pop
Please
up on
tell me if I pronounced that name right, because I don't know
Shaday's in the
if I
stream.
did.
How's it, Shaday? What's happening? Welcome to the fan zone. We are talking about back to school. Back to school vibes. Whether you're a teacher, whether you're a scholar.
Do we have any teachers in? I did see we had a teacher in our first stream that we cut. But if we have any teachers in the stream, please let us
Hello,
know.
Twiggy.
How did you feel going back to work? Were you excited to see all your little babies come back to you? Were you excited to get handed over the kids from the parents? Because I know a lot of parents were excited. Okay, so Sheridan, the way they made us leave after, almost went to Theo for a shot.
I saw that. You had quite a... Do you carpool? Guys, how many of you actually have the opportunity of driving your kids to school? Or are they in transport? I see, or do you carpool, or how does it work with you guys? I saw Sheridan had about 3 kids with it this morning. Is that every day, Sheridan, or was that only today?
Kids transport, I don't know. I took my kids to school. For most of their schooling life, I took my kids to school.
Me, guys, I was in a bus. I was in a Kumbi. I was... yo, guys, wow.
By yourself?
My mother worked in Dublin.
Okay, so
We used to travel together.
Oh, you used to travel together.
And then the lady next door, who owned the florist next to the salon, used to pick me up after school. Guys, it was hectic. I was in the salon my whole entire life. I think mom only started picking me up maybe moving into high school. But then we going to sports. We had a long day, guys. A long day. We weren't home anything before 5 o'clock. And we
Hey,
left
Theo.
and on the street from like 6.
That's another thing, guys. School, when we went to school compared to
Other
school
team-
now, is way different. My school day was my school day. So you finished at Opus 1. When you're a little older, you finished at Opus 2. And then maybe in high school, you finished, the latest was 3. But you came home and that was it. These kids now, They got extramurals. They've got a whole lot of other extra things. They got
Extra
aftercare.
lessons.
So what's happening is the child's school day is now pushed to 4, sometimes 5. I know I sometimes in high school picked Jada up at 6 after the game. So the school day is longer, much longer now than what it used to be. Although I do think that going to aftercare actually helps the working mother, because at aftercare you have homework, they get their play. So when they're coming home, all they really need to do is jump into the bath and get into bed. Eat and get into bed.
Linda, good evening to you. Welcome to the Fan Zone.
Hey Linda. So yes, that was my kids' school day. So let us know what you're glad your kids are. Both your kids are in high school, aren't they?
Mm.
And you've got 2 boys.
How was it? How long did they take to get ready for school this morning? They're busy with hair. Wow. Did they cut their hair for school, by the way? Are they allowed to go to school with hair that long? Let's start there. Theo, talk to us. Tag him. Tell him to come and talk to us. We want to know. Okay, Joanne's, hi Roz, doing much better. Fingers crossed that I can be discharged by Friday, as my breathing has improved without the oxygen mask. All glory to the man above. Joanne, are you in Durban?
Joanne's still in hospital.
Joanne, my WhatsApp number's there. Please send us a message.
After the show.
Roz and I would like to speak to you offline.
Please. Okay, so Theo, I'm glad my kids are old enough to walk from Sydenham to George Campbell now. Theo!
Child abuse, yeah? That is child abuse.
Theo.
They're also old enough to jump in your car and drive. I'm just saying.
Poor guys, but I know some children, they just spend their transport money and walk to school.
It's savings. I mean, if you're close enough and it's safe enough, I mean, there's normally like an
I walked to school in
entire
high school.
tribe, guys. You walk, like you pick up 2 here, you pick up 3 there, pick up 5 there. By the time you walk into school, there's about 8 to 12 people. Then it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Not
I never ever see groups
buy
of children
chiggies
walking.
and bigger necks and all that, and then you're walking ace out on the way home. That is boring.
I don't see groups of children walking to school.
Are you, yeah? When they assembling. No, you're not. You're already that side of town.
No, but that's like when you're schooling in your area. That's like
Yes,
us. We
man.
all walk to school.
That's what I'm saying. Obviously.
Oh, Thursday used to walk down. I know what time Thursday's coming, and then pick me up, and then we used to carry on going to school. And home time, same thing. But I could even come on break time. Sometimes if I didn't feel like going back to school,
Hey, punk off now.
I never went back. I used to bunk school with the logbook. I used to have the logbook.
I can't believe Rosanna's telling us all this on this. Yeah.
What?
No, guys, talk to us. Were you also bunking school? Hey,
No.
guys.
What?
I couldn't bunk school. Okay, so
You
I
went to Our Lady of Fatima.
I
You didn't go to Our Lady
am
of Fatima.
traumatized. Really. And I envy those that could. Guys, bunking school for us, where were we supposed to go? I am hell far
Okay,
from
so
school, from home. Number one. And number two, Sybil cut like the staff and everybody that's roaming around in that area. So the chances of me getting caught, and where was I gonna go? I was only gonna walk down to maybe Steers or KFC down Broadway. No, guys, that's boring.
but you don't bunk in a private school. You can't.
Yeah, so I mean,
You
not really.
can't. You can't. I didn't go to a private school. Okay, so Wayne
Life
clearly
was tough.
says, I'm lying.
Hello, Wayne.
What about the free taxi rides? I never took a taxi to school, Wayne.
Firstly,
Kelly.
who is Wayne?
I have no idea, but I never took a taxi to school. I walked to school. And it was like
Wayne?
a very short distance. So
Wayne,
I
where are
never
you
took
from?
no taxis.
And how do you know Rosanna started?
Okay, maybe if you're talking about when I went to St. Augustine's, we had a school bus. But still then, we had a school bus. St. Augustine's had a school bus from Wentworth, actually 2. A school bus from Wentworth, a school bus from Sydenham, a school bus from Newlands East, and where else? And then what used to happen is after school, there was a line. So on your left-hand side, there was the Wentworth kids. On your right-hand side, there was the Newlands East kids. And if I'm not mistaken, the Sydenham kids were down the middle. So after school, everybody lined up in their lines. And then when your bus says arrived, you proceeded to your bus.
Anyway, Wayne, please come through with identification.
Imagine Wayne saying I got free taxi rides. Wayne,
Wow, that's a huge
Wayne,
statement.
explain yourself. Hey, Ashley. Okay, so, wait, what did Theo say?
Marie says, try having a doctor as a dad. You can't even pretend to be sick. Wow. Ash Kaya.
Oh! Dr. Jones is your dad.
Hello, Ash.
I did not know that.
Okay, Taylor House in the house.
Hey, Taylor.
Taylor, talk
How
to
was your
us.
first day of school?
We want to know how long you spent to gel that hair. Do you guys gel your hair? Or is your hair still long? Are you guys allowed to have long hair in school? Let us
Firstly,
know.
what grade are you in? And I hope you treat the grade 8s good. Because I know you boys' school.
Guys, is there still initiation?
That's exactly what I wanted to know. Come,
'Cause-
Taylor, come through with the information.
I know that. Oh man, hi. Guys, when my godson was going to grade 8, I already warned him. I said, boy, I know initiation. Who's that?
The fencer.
I know initiation is rough. Like, the boys put you in a bin and roll you down the bank. Now, you just
No,
phone
guys,
us.
that does not happen still, man. Doesn't happen.
Guys, anyway, let's talk to the scholars here. They must buy us things. What grade are you in that you are pulling the grade 8? Tell us.
Wait. What do you mean they must buy you things? I want to know.
Food, man.
Yes, but is there like an entry initiation fee? So is it a lollipop or is it a pie or
A lollipop.
Or
These
does
are
it
big
progress?
boys, man.
Or does it progress? Like does it start off when you're in grade 8, you have to buy a pie, and then as you get older, it actually goes? Or like, how does it work? I want to know.
Guys, it is 10 to 7. Hey, bo. Hi. Nolene Williams, good evening to you. Welcome to the fan zone. We're talking
Guys-
school related stuff, yeah?
I'm very curious about this initiation because I've heard lots of schools have this whole thing. And why does it only happen in boys' schools?
Guys, can we talk about the real school initiation? Now, I know at Northwood, the grade 8s walk under their big bell and they ring it for the first
Yes.
time and they walk into school. So, do you guys know of any other school that does likewise the same thing?
They all do it. Glenwood does it.
What do they do?
They ring the bell.
Well, everyone's ringing bells.
Yes, they all do it. But only the boys.
But
The
this
boys.
is Durban schools. We've got people that are other side. Yeah, only the boys.
No, they do it, and then in matric they ring as they're going out. They ring in. It's a ceremony. They all do it.
Okay, Roseanne, you're quite excited, yeah?
What? Because you said only one school does it. I know that they all
That
do it.
I know of.
Okay. Okay, so
My
let me go
God.
and read the comments. So Theo, yes, please ask Taylor how he gets things bought so I can have.
Shade is
Don't
fair.
be-
I don't ring no bells.
Shada, I think I know. Yes, Fairwell doesn't ring any bells. Yes, I know. We didn't ring bells. I was there with my phone taking videos of my daughter ringing a bell after matric because we didn't do that. There was like, the only time I knew about the bell ringing was when my daughter was in these schools. But in our schools, I don't know any of
I didn't
that.
have a bell. So,
Fatima doesn't have a bell.
Why are you screaming?
Okay, Fatima doesn't have a bell.
No.
That's weird.
At least you're gonna go ring the church bells.
Maybe that's why they don't have a bell.
At least, yeah, no.
Okay,
but
wait.
I went from class 1. So it's not like I entered into a whole new school, grade 8.
Yeah, you were in the same school your whole life.
Thank you.
Okay,
And
wait.
then leaving, then we'll, what?
I want to read Taylor's message. Okay, so Taylor says we look after them, and for that they buy us snacks or we turn their bags inside out. When you say look after them, what do you mean
Mentor.
by look after them? Do you mean you're a mentor? Or you mean you protect them from other boys that would
Doing
want
the
to
same
bully
thing.
them? Because making them buy you snacks is a form of bullying, I'm sure.
Bullying is actually in one of our topics, I think. We're gonna speak to you. I'm joking. Meadows Bell is like a big big dinner bell. You hold your whole body shakes when you ring it.
Meda had a bell. How come we didn't have a bell and Meda had a bell? It's Meda just...
Oh no, never mind the bell. Guys,
St. Augustine's had a bell.
who else has rung a bell? 'Cause
No,
I'm feeling left out.
no, guys, let me tell you all this. Is there anyone else that went to St. Augustine's in the stream? If there's anyone else that went to St. Augustine's in the stream, we had a bell. But our bell served a completely different purpose. So like the bells get rung when you enter the school and rung when you leave the school, our bell at St. Augustine's was, the bell was rang for break.
Sharon said I'm full of pace today.
You full of bass. And you're telling me I'm screaming.
Because you want what you call that thing? Treble. We balance out.
No, that's tweeters. I am not treble. I'm not treble.
Oh, okay, so you're a tweeter.
I'm not saying I'm the tweeters, but
Ross is the tweeters. I'm the sub. Okay, welcome to this.
but you did
Wow.
you did not mean I'm treble. Did you mean I'm treble?
Carry on.
Did you mean I'm treble?
No, you want to be the tweeters fun.
Oh, shut
Make sure
up.
they don't get bullied. We got our own sound system here, guys.
Wait. But how come you're not getting bullied?
Bye, Roseanne. Check your 1994 class photo. I am there. What grade were you in 1994?
Grade 7?
And you don't know this guy.
No, I don't. No, I was grade 8. No, it's grade 9. But I never took a taxi to school.
Mm-hmm.
I am so confused. Wayne Carey, please send me a picture. No, guys, I'm very, very bad. I'm very, very bad. Okay, so Candace at St. Augustine's left in standard 3. Yes, the bell, the bell,
Who
but
is
only for
someone
mass.
is ripped here.
Okay, so Candace, yes, I remember you, Candace.
But
Candace,
you can't remember one.
I can't
Candace
remember
left
one.
in grade 3.
I can't.
And you can't remember.
No,
when
no.
From 1994.
The reason why I remember Candace is because Mrs. Money was a teacher.
I am ripped.
What?
And Wayne's chilling with clouds as his DP. Wayne
Wayne-
is your... okay, anyway. We'll get back to you another stream.
I don't even know if I still have a 1994 class poster. Wayne, how can you come on the stream and tell everybody
bully
my
us.
age?
Never mind
No,
that.
tell everybody
Come
my
on.
age. You want to
Talk about it.
you want to tell them I was in high school in 1994. Guys, Wayne's making me old here.
I married my class 1 teacher's son. Mrs. Money's son. Oh, that's our Marino.
Okay.
Who's ringing bells here? Theo?
So what was your maiden surname, Candace?
Now that we're just introducing ourselves. No? Hey, someone is ripped. Sandra, good evening to you and welcome to the fan zone.
Wait, Shahida, last year when I was in matric, oh, you were in matric last year? We just sent the grade 8 to the tuck shop to buy us stuff with our own money. Gone are the days where the grade 8s get thrown into the bin. Okay.
That's good enough.
Yes, Candace Ongtong, I remember you. I think you were in my class.
But you can't remember Wayne from grade 1994.
Are you gonna open that?
Yes.
In-
Because you very boldly came.
Actually, Wayne is probably confusing me with someone else because if I remember when I was in standard 7, we only had 2 boys in our class. One was Calvin, and the other guy, I can't remember his name, but it wasn't Wayne. There were 2 boys in our class. And
Wayne,
the
what's
rest
your
were
other
girls.
name? What's your school name?
Hey, Luke.
Maybe Wayne got a nickname. You know those when we call in push knife to out holes and no one really knows, you know? Come through with maybe toes or something. Maybe. Wayne was one of those members. One of those members and penders. Luke, also good evening to you, cuz. What's happening? What's moving and shaking? Luke, while you're here, tell us how was back to school, son. How was the kids? How are you feeling? Did you drive the kids to school? We are talking those kind of vibes. Let us know. Guys, we got 3 minutes left of the show. But we'll give you another 5 minutes because we started late. But yeah, Just
Theo, Wayne was probably the one taking the class photo. Come, Wayne. Come through, Wayne. I want to know.
Wayne should know better than to come here and start blasting.
No, Wayne must come through with who was the 1994. Who was the teacher?
Maybe he was a teacher.
I did typing, guys. Did Wayne do typing?
I don't know, Wayne, where are you now? Where are you, Wayne? We are looking for you. My son goes back tomorrow. He's in the B. Oh, yes, guys.
Oh, not everyone's gone back today.
What's up with the rotating thing?
They're still rotating. I think that they're trying to push for normal schooling and not rotational schooling because apparently it's not working. We don't know if they're going to get that right though because they've pushed for the matric results to not be published and they were taken to court
Thank you,
and now
Sheridan.
the matric results are being published.
Okay, guys, so Luke's come through with the B group. How many groups are there, Luke? And how many days do they actually go to school? So your son's going back tomorrow, that's already Thursday. Are they there for 2 days? Because I know some schools are there. 1 week it's 2 days, 1 week it's 3 days, 2, 3, 2,
But who
3.
wants to go back to school on a Thursday? Like Thursday. Oh, there are some of them going back on Friday.
Erin Stewart, good evening to you and welcome to the fan zone. I don't know
And then I heard that some kids went to
Hello, Zane.
Hi Zane. I heard that some kids went to school today just for a roll call and then they were released. So they must come back on their days. I think Hillview did that. Because in one of the groups, one of the ladies wanted to know why the Hillview children dismissed. And they were like, no, it's certain groups. The group just needed to go do a roll call and then they come back on their specific
Oh,
day.
it was St. Jesus. Who was going to St. Jesus that they're talking to?
Sheridan is loving the rotation. Sheridan, I did not have any rotation. My kids went to school every single day, 2020 and 2021. By the time it got to October, I was finished. I was absolutely finished because everyone else was on and off and having breaks, and there we were every single day.
Okay, Twiggy, excuse me, Twiggy says George Campbell is every alternate day. So my son went today, and then grade 8, 10, and 12 tomorrow, and so on. Okay. Theo says matriculants are every day. The other grades are grouped and alternates.
Okay, guys, how do you feel about this? Are you guys happy with the rotation, or do you feel that a full week is more beneficial? How do you feel? And the kids that are going on rotation, how does it work? Do you get your work on the day that you go to school? Do you get work for the day that you are off? Or do you get work for the days that you are off? Like, how does it work?
Common Otto. Have you got the whole Otto family in the house today? Common, what's happening? What's moving and shaking? You also got kids there. Come tell us, did they go to school today? Have they been to school yet? Are they rotating which days? And how is it?
Okay, so Candace says this group thing is confusing. We haven't had any days off. Even sports had spectators. Us as well. We didn't have any days off. Both my kids. And my son last year was in grade 5. And this year is in grade 6. We didn't have any rotation. Jada, obviously, grade 11, they had a little bit of rotation, but then they moved to go back to school, where everybody was back at school at the same time. So Chantal says, I hate the rotation. They need to go back full-time. It is more beneficial. I think they are pushing for full-time. But how do the parents feel? You see, that's the thing. It's always a catch-22. They're moving for full-time, and then come winter, the COVID numbers are going to spike again, and then they're going to go back to rotational. Like, how is it going to work?
Okay, T said, personally, I felt the teachers were not putting enough effort into rotational roster last year. I expect more of the same this year. Luke says, not happy at all. Children are battling to understand certain concepts that take a little longer to grasp. I can only imagine children whose both parents are working, yes, and are unable to assist with the work they expected to do at home.
I also agree with that.
Auntie Oriel, good evening to you and welcome to the family.
Guys, I just want to point out one thing. So the private school matriculant results are out. Their matric pass rate was 98.39%.
Which is shocking.
98.39%. They are higher than they were last year.
But still,
But they didn't have rotational schooling. And obviously, because it's private school, they have other benefits.
they didn't have rotational, but they were doing online.
They were doing online, but they didn't have no school at all.
Yeah.
So there
Those
was,
that were-
and when Jada was online, she still was expected to submit her assignment and her tests, and they were still doing tests. So online is not that much of a gap in school. Some people have moved towards online schooling now because of the curriculum being interrupted all the time. So online, you can't say is an interruption in the school. It interrupts sports and other stuff like that.
Sports is like non-existent.
Yeah,
in the past
but
2 years.
definitely, guys, 98.39% of IEB students passed. That is an insane pass rate. Practically most of those matrics passed. Most of them. I'm actually dreading to hear what the pass rate for the other schools are, because there are rumors that it's dropped. And if it's dropped, it wasn't very high last year, but it seems to have dropped.
Okay, Lucille says, my son is back full time since last year. My problem is on days at home, they get work in which we must do. It's really difficult to monitor them and work.
It is, because
Yes.
not every child is the same. Like,
Besides that, you're still working even though you're at home. Your company expects you to, if they send you an email at 8:05 at night, they expect you to attend to it. Yeah. Anyway.
I must say, children, the lockdown, I was very overwhelmed and I was very stressed because I could not teach my son. I'm not a teacher. I couldn't teach my son. So that in itself was very, very stressful. Sheridan says, I love it. It's a lot of pressure for these little people with so much books and work that's normally due next day, so it gives them a break. Jordy does her work as soon as she gets home, and she will rest the day. It makes it easier for me as well because of work, but not each child is like Jordy. Some children can't do it. Shade Bezadinot, hi Shade. Yep, winter put us back online. Yeah, I would think rotation is not beneficial to kids, as all online, it's always the best. Okay, so look, the private schools make sure of technology and are very innovative, much less red tape than other government schools. Zane, online is consistent and better, trust me. Theo, I was in classes for the online schooling with my boys in 2020. Again, teachers were. Okay, so Carmen, my youngest daughter just started grade 8 and yesterday was our first day for orientation. She is also on rotation and I wish she could go every day. It's more beneficial. Okay, Francine, my daughter did online for part of high school and her grades were higher than when she was on campus full-time. Guys, there's a lot of institutions that are now offering high schoolers online. One of my very close friends, her daughter started grade 8 online. So, and apparently there's a lot of kids. I think she told me there was like 1,200 in the grade 8 class that were online. And a lot of people are moving towards the online. Okay, so Theo, in 2020, I joined my son in the online classes, monitored the things. The teachers fly through the lessons and don't care if you missed anything. Teachers made technology fail. I think some teachers also got very innovative.
Besides that, guys, we need to understand that teachers, teachers are more like my understanding. We need to understand that most of the teachers, they are old in the game and they've got their set ways where they write everything down and explain it to the class and they ask questions about that. With technology now and moving classes online, especially for the elderly folk, could be
overwhelming for them.
yes, because not everyone is savvy when it comes to technology. I'm going to speak about a personal experience. My mom now, they basically went online, and they had to do videos and compile their because she'll be teaching her salons online and stuff like that. And it was hectic, guys. I mean, she had me to still film it up, cut it, paste it, edit it. We had to upload it. If it was too big, we needed to put it on a drive and send it through so that her company can crit it and then add in all the extra spices and stuff like that. But it's not her. She knows. Walk into a class. I mean, she knows all the information, but to sit and converse with yourself in the phone and whatever the case, we think of questions, what they might ask or what they might not understand is challenging. So it's all well and good saying, the teachers, but guys, not everyone can just pick up a phone and start recording videos, cut it and edit it and deliver it to the class. They might know all the information, but when it comes down to streaming and doing things online, it's a bit of it's hectic.
Okay, so should they, assuming that you are a teacher by your comment, so...
She is overseas, Dubai, Abu Dhabi.
Oh, okay, so Doha.
I think she has spoken to us quite a few times. So Q3, I'm still waiting for your voice note for the fan zone jingle, by the way. Good evening, Melissa, welcome.
Hey Mel. Okay, so Shade says, I have had kids as young as 2 turning 3 online. It's hard but so cute. Online, we as teachers only have a certain amount of time to teach, so we have to make sure they grasp the concept of the class.
Also with online, when it comes down to tests and assignments and stuff like that, it's basically like an open book. Excuse me, I'm going to speak from my studying experience. It's like an open book. They can actually call it an open book test or assignments or whatever the case may be. I'm not sure how the other teachers teach with stuff like that, but we can actually go back and re-listen to our webinars or our classes online. I'm not sure about the other guys.
I think it's different. I think...
So it's live and you can't go back and rethink it.
No, I think you should... Well, obviously there's different software and different stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, different universities have different software and you can do different things with that. I think it's just... the schools, though. I know that Jada and them had Google Classroom.
Yeah. So Fatima.
Yeah, they had Google Classroom. So everything was kind of streamlined. Yeah, well, obviously it hooks up with the smart boards and stuff like that. So, okay, so...
Yeah, but some schools are given that. When they walk into grade 8, it comes with their
with
package.
It, yes, it does.
With
You
their
get your
stationery,
email address
you get
and
your
everything.
tablet and whatever the case may be. For those of us who are not fortunate enough to get that piece, that book, that tablet or whatever as part of stationery, we stuck between, and then data, guys. Data is expensive.
Yes, data is expensive.
Wi-Fi is expensive, guys. And then we suffering with signal, and we suffering with this and with that. It was like...
And load shedding.
And load shedding. It's a whole lot of things that we need to...
consider.
And also, we're not fortunate enough to have like a spare room or a spare study or, be in a room by ourselves where we can actually sit and listen to our classes. Some kids are sharing a room with their sibling or an uncle or an aunt or something like that, and then your parents or something is also streaming from home. It's crazy. I can only imagine what some of the challenges were at home for those that were doing online stuff.
Okay, so guys, it's actually 7:10. I think we've worked in our time that we were delayed. Okay, so Shade says not all kids are the same. You can teach the kid the same class and they all different. She's in China.
What did she say after that? I have the kids as you... Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Oh, yes. Okay, guys, so we're going to love and leave you. Just to highlight, we've spoken about narcissists. We did part 1 last week. If you missed that show, it's just a base introduction.
Sorry, can I stop you? I just want to read Lucelle's comment. I missed it. But I think it's very relevant for the online stuff. Online isn't fantastic with smaller kids. Level of focus is different. I caught Blake on YouTube while he's in his online class.
Oh man, I can just picture Blake.
So can you tell me, did Blake have his class open and the YouTube another window open and doing both? Like,
But some kids can. So Lucille, can you tell us, is he equipped to listen to two things at the same time? Because then it shouldn't be. Okay, yeah, it seems wrong, but if he's capable of doing it, we know some kids.
yeah, but this is what I actually try and stop my son from doing that. Because what my son
Correct,
does
two windows.
is he plays the game, and while he's playing the game, he's got another Netflix window open where he's watching Netflix. So I don't like him to do two things. I know he can do two things, but I do two things, and I know that at a later stage, it does become a problem. So I like him to do one thing. Don't play your game and watch your series. That I feel like it just doesn't work.
Theo?
Yes, correct. Two windows. Okay, Theo, in the classes I sat in, teachers also missed classes because of SATU meetings or at short notice just didn't pitch. But you know, guys, I know the teachers that I do know, they had to produce the work that they were doing for the week or for the month. I mean, they can't just be taught and just not pitch and like there's no accountability for that. Like I do know there's usually a head of department and then there's teachers. So where's the
Blake is a
accountability?
smart kid.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, Lucille says, I can't handle two conversations at the same time. Imagine learning and watching.
They do it. They do it. I mean, my kid would have his tablet in front of him. He'd be playing the game. He'd be watching his series on Netflix. And he'll still have his Lego on the bed. And every now and then, he'd be putting pieces together. Like, they do it.
Okay, so Carmen Otto says, for my daughter, I have a parental app. So it alerts me about what she is on. Nice one. Guys, we're going to love and leave you. Let me give you the highlights. Last week we spoke about narcissists. It was a young, very young introduction to it. Please, if you missed that show, go and check it out. We had Dr. Max in the house in Gonyoza. Excuse me. We will be scheduling part 2. We will let you guys know when. We've actually got a few shows lined up. We just need availability of those guys or of those people so that we can slot it in accordingly to our calendar, our year. Please note we're still raising funds for my Ride a Bike campaign. For those of you who have donated, thank you so much. It really has assisted. All the banking details, all the information with regards to that is on the Fan Zone page. Remember, I am striving to ride for the Amashova, and I cannot do it without your help. So please, guys, we're still running with that. We're going to run with it for maybe the next 2 weeks, round it up, and then sort ourselves out. Anything else?
Mm-mm.
For those of you who are still waiting for matric results, good luck, all the best to you.
I'm waiting. Guys,
we hope
I'm
to
so
have a
nervous.
party.
I'm so nervous for my chicken
Champagne and
results.
some drinks and some suppers and some stuff.
You know it's before payday, right?
It's fine.
You know January got
It's in
97
your-
days.
You didn't buy a stationery, so you got those funds. And you didn't buy a uniform, so we are good.
I have to pay a varsity registration.
That's okay.
That
That's
is
not now,
more than the
next week.
uniforms and the stationery.
You will make a plan. Right, guys, we are out. Good night to you. And yes, Sunday if we're streaming, okay, we'll leave it as we're streaming Sunday. If not, then we will drop a notification. Unfortunately, we had to cancel last Sunday's show. We were actually out at a dear friend. Why is she not in the stream when she's got fiber? We were at a dear friend's house that we have not seen in a long time.
Should we speak about the
About the what?
glass and the cell phone?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Candace's phone?
Okay, tell him quickly before we go. Wait, we got a story for you guys.
No, Tony's in the business of breaking things, right? So Candace asked Tony to please put the protective glass, what do you call it? The protective glass on her phone. So Tony's sitting there with this protective glass, and she's pulling at something. So she keeps sitting there and pulling and pulling and
Guys,
pulling.
you know the protective glass comes with 2 stickers, right? You get a front and a back sticker. They're normally one pink, one green. And then you'll have to wipe the phone down nicely, what. Please bear in mind, we call this phone a Spider-Man phone because it is cracked all over the show. You can't
You didn't have to
distinguish
say
whether it's the cover or the screen or the phone or what. So, I nicely pick off at that glass. Now, I'm still battling between the splinters that are still happening in the phone. So, I wipe it down nicely, whatever.
Wait, is that your excuse?
I'm trying now to peel off this, because it's like contact paper, you know? So I'm trying to peel off the first layer so that I can stick it on. There's only one sticker, which I was very confused about. Guys, I broke the whole thing. There was a huge crack at the bottom. And Candace is like, no, friend, don't worry, it's fine. It's better than what it's looking like now. Felt terrible,
It sounded
but
exactly
anyway.
the same as when she broke the fiber. Same noise.
Now why? Now must you be living in the past?
I'm not living in the past. It sounded the same.
Shaylin, hello, good evening and good night. Okay guys, we are out. We will catch you guys Sunday. If not, there will be a message on the page saying that we are not streaming. Please, to your little kiddies that are starting or that will be going to school for the rest of the week, please may they have an awesome, safe and blessed day.
I usually find that back to school, the Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, the kids are excited, ecstatic. Come the Monday.
They've had enough. So we'll revisit that
That's a
Sunday.
different story.
How is that? Okay, we out. Good night. Oh, let me play the second jingle for you guys before we go.
What's up, everybody? This is Michelle, and you tuned into the Fan Zone.